with soul. We'll build this network, Scots and soul. Build this network on Scots with soul. Yo, what's happening, folks, and welcome back to the Scots with Soul podcast. It's week 54, week 2 of year 2, and this year we have a new face this week. We have CodingNewb joining us. How are you doing, CodingNewb?
I'm alright, how are you?
Doing good, man. We have Xhaviera making a return. How are you doing, Xhaviera?
Very good, thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're most welcome. And we have my co-host, as always, SMviper, just above me there. But you're no SMviper, you're just Viper now.
Look, Viper Premier is now hosting.
Viper Premier. My apologies. But you can't blame us. You've been SMviper for over a year. We've got used to it. It rolls off our tongue now. Do you know what I mean? But aye, welcome, folks. It's good to have you. It's good to have a new face in CodingNewb. I unreversed my camera, so I'm back to pointing the wrong ways. I need to get used to that. You're over this way again. Aye, we'll start off with a bit of a curveball. Viper, Xhaviera, you might remember that in January we were talking about how Farming Simulator was going to do an esports league. Well, they're doing a free update this week, and you can get into Farming Simulator League if you want. Now, remember we were talking about if you get good at Farming Simulator and you go to the tournaments, there's a $500,000 prize pool for this. So I'll pull this up and we'll have a wee look at this article, right?
I'm just wondering who's going to take one for the team. Who in IndiScots is going to become the Farming Simulator champion?
It's got to be Kelly. It's got to be somebody.
You guys can't see it right now, right? But Vanessa, just off camera, just looked at me for 30 seconds whilst I said that, going... And then when I looked over at her, she went,
Matt, it's got to be one person that you identify as a Chukter. It's got to be that Chukter person.
Me? I work in a farm.
You
work in a farm?
You've not got the right accent for it. You've got to either be a Welshman.
But you didn't get Malone. I worked out in the country.
Exactly.
Chukter up there.
Exactly. You need that accent. But here's the article about Farming Simulator League, right? We learned in January about a multi-event Farming Simulator Pro League with a €250,000 Euro prize pool, including a €100,000 grand finals. And I think, and I say this with complete sincerity, this is obviously the writer saying that, it's one of the most wonderful gaming stories of the year, and soon we'll be able to get a taste of the life in the bigs as Giant Software has released Farming Simulator League game mode. The official version of competitive scene for the Farming Simulator 19 is a free update for all owners. So there you have to still buy the game. Farming Simulator probably cost you like 20 quid or something, and then you can get good at the old Farming Simulator, man. Grow the world record amount of carrots.
See, and I have now taken one for the team, and I've become a farmer.
Yay, good work.
I'm ready. I am the IndiScots Farming Simulator champion.
But we were talking about
I have grown the Mount Turnip.
Oh, that's CodingNewb. You're over this way. We were talking about it in January. Do you think maybe this is just a roundabout way to get, like, see farmers, they're not going to go out and do an extra mile every day and experiment with a crop. They're just going to grow what makes them money, right? So see Farming Simulator, they could see with these prize pools and that, do you think they're trying to get agriculture to the next step through Farming Simulator? What do you think about that?
No, I don't think that's
That seems like a very pointed question there. That seems like, do you think that robots are going to take over and kill us all?
I think there's obviously a big community for simulator games like Truck Simulator and all that, and I think they've obviously done a bit of research on, and it's obviously worth $500,000 of somebody winning that. So, but I mean, I don't think it's going to bring farming to the foreground of gaming, I don't think.
No.
But I don't think it will also encourage farmers to grow just carrots or just tatties or because Simulator 19 told them that.
Just imagine, can you just meet a farmer down the shop and he's like, only get tomatoes, man. He's like, did you not see the Farming Simulator thing, eh? Oh man, but just as I forgot as we started there, I meant to do this when we introduced CodingNewb. It's CodingNewb's birthday today. Happy birthday, CodingNewb!
happy birthday.
Thanks,
Do you want us to sing happy birthday to you?
My mind is saying no, but my heart wants you to.
Right, okay, he's ready. 3,
Right.
2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear CodingNewb. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! You should have went with your head. Hearts in there screaming, I loved it, I loved it.
Love that.
Facial expressions going, no, should I said no.
I just gave up halfway through and was like, yep, you guys can do it because then it won't sound as shit.
Yeah, happy birthday, dude, and thank you for coming on the podcast on your birthday, man.
No worries.
Farming Simulator League, we're going to just skip past that and we're going to talk about how Bethesda are finally going to order their pre-order bonus, or honour their pre-order bonus for Fallout 76, and they're sending out those canvas bags. Did you hear about this when the game was released?
What a joke. What a joke.
I know, it's ridiculous, ain't it? I think I put it in the bottom's bag. There it's there. Bag. Aye, I did.
It's,
So it's like they went through like a lot of motions trying to get fans off their back, didn't they?
yeah.
Fallout 76 has certainly had its problems, and the Baggate is maybe the most notorious of them. But that story is slowly reaching its conclusion. The 6 month after the game arrived, Bethesda is finally shipping the notorious and controversial canvas bags to customers who are owed one. As a quick recap of Baggate, let me first close my eyes and rub the bridge of my nose with it. Right, we don't need to hear that bit, right? So there was a $200 version of Fallout 76 that came with a power armor helmet, and that helmet was supposed to be inside a canvas bag. When the edition arrived to customers, they instead found the power armor helmet encased in a nylon bag. There were complaints, naturally. I actually seen there was somebody, who was it? It was Lay This to Rest. He got that deal, and he got the helmet. The helmet was proper cool. I remember he put the helmet on, right, and he turns like a switch and he's trying to talk, and the helmet just boomed his fucking voice. It was obviously a mic and then speakers, and just his reaction was amazing. It's like, oh my god, this is amazing. So the Fallout helmet was really damn cool. But Bethesda first offered atoms as recompense. I think atoms was your in-game currency. Or I think it is your in-game currency. That made everybody mad. Bethesda then quickly offered to replace the bags. That made people less mad. Bethesda accidentally leaked the personal data of some customers requesting bags, and then that made everybody mad again. Bethesda said that sold a leather jacket and people made bag jokes. That obviously made the person happy, right? We are expecting to ship Fallout 76 canvas bags starting next week. Once the final date is confirmed, our team will follow up on those submitted tickets. We appreciate everyone's patience. That was June 6th. It's June 9th today, so that was 3 days ago.
3 days ago.
So, like, see, like, just a message to anybody. See, like, if you're going to say, yo, we'll do this, you need to do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You need it, 100%.
You need to do it. Aye. Did anybody here get the $200 version of Fallout 76?
No,
because I've kind of went off buying collector's editions after I bought the collector's edition of No Man's Sky. So I kind of just remember what happened with that and just ignore it.
Yeah, that was a bad
I just clutch onto my copy of No Man's Sky just to remember. Like, I know at E3 tonight I'll be holding my copy of No Man's Sky, so every time I get excited I could just look at it and go,
no.
Remember. Remember
No Man's Sky gate.
Jeez.
That wasn't a gate, that was a fucking barrier.
I know, but to be fair to No Man's Sky, it did make a really good comeback, man. It did make a really, really good comeback. Just its launch was terrible, man, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was just pressure from Sony, wasn't it, really, to get it out.
Aye.
It wasn't even anywhere near it.
I haven't even played it. I haven't even seen it. I only know that it was bad.
Definitely.
See, why the worst things about it is they're thinking about making another game using the same fucking engine, and that's why Fallout 76 is so bad, because the engine's a fucking decade old. We've been playing that Fallout engine since Fallout fucking 3. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's why it was so bad. Like, we expected something new and got a re-rinse of an old engine. You're like, Bethesda, come on. I get that it's been a cash cow for a long time, but you need to stop hitting it.
Yeah,
they've done a good thing where they announced on Twitter that they're completely making a whole new engine for Elder Scrolls 6, and the reason they're doing that is because if they knew they made Elder Scrolls 6 with the same engine they made Elder Scrolls 5 with,
It'd be the end of Elder Scrolls.
That would be the end of the company.
It would tank so bad.
But here's the thing as well: like, they released like it was a weird video about the making of Elder Scrolls 6. It's when they announced that what's her name, the Skyrim granny is going to be in the game.
Oh yeah.
And you saw videos and you saw like tracks of them going through like the forests and everything. Game looks fucking insane, and it proves that they can actually make something good when they actually put time and effort into it. If that's the case, Bethesda, we don't need a release every 2 years.
I know.
We can wait. We're patient. Some of us are patient. Just give us content that is good content. You know, quality over quantity.
Yeah, definitely.
You know.
I like to cite CD Projekt Red as the benchmark for that sort of philosophy.
There you go.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
I think they did it right.
But The Witcher is just brilliant. The DLCs were fucking fantastic. They were worth every penny. The DLCs were actually fucking cheap, and they were 40 quid. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was amazing. And then they're still talking about Cyberpunk 2027, and they're saying it'll be ready when it's ready. Do you know what I mean? And respect to them for that. Another game company to cite for that sort of mentality is Santa Monica Games. They make God of War.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because the God of War game, a big fucking AAA game, came out completely finished with no DLCs and didn't need a patch or any sort of polishing. Fucking, do you know what I mean? That's how you do it, man. That's how you make games. And look at how well God of War was received, winning Game of the Year awards left, right, and centre last year. Do you know what I mean? So please take that mindset, because look what they done to Destiny. We needing content all the time. They dried it up. That's just the one I can think of. But what are we looking forward for E3 when we're just talking about games now?
Definitely all the Bethesda stuff. The Square Enix stuff as well.
I'm looking forward to the Square Enix Avengers.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. That got confirmed to be on Google Stadia, PS4, PC and Xbox One, so it's coming to everything. That's not confirmed for Switch though, unfortunately. Switch users, hopefully you get that confirmation soon. What about you, Viper? What are you looking forward to?
I know I just spent some time slating Bethesda, but I'm looking forward to Bethesda. I'm sorry, but you know, I'm like, I feel like Bethesda's like my little brother. I will rip the shit out of it, but I will also defend the fuck out of them. I'll be like, don't you touch my Bethesda.
It's that sort of mentality, isn't it? I'm allowed to bash him. You'll know. That's my wee bro. That's my nose to break. I never broke my wee bro's nose.
I'm going to catch up on the EA stuff, because weirdly enough, they've been doing some okay talk.
Well,
about
we're going to see the new
Battlefield,
Battlefield, didn't we? We're going
we're going to see the new Battlefield.
We're going to see a new Star Wars.
But they've also been talking about, like, they're stopping the whole kind of DLC thing. They're stopping the whole, like, it's cool, because it seems a lot of companies actually deciding to go, you know what, the DLC craze was a good idea, but it doesn't really work for us anymore, because people are now just thinking we're money stealing bastards. And I wonder why we think that.
It becomes
Maybe it's
obvious
because
after a point, doesn't it?
Well, what game was it that some coders went and dived into it to find the DLC already in the game? It was just behind the paywall.
Was it Division?
No, it wasn't Division.
I know what game it was as well.
Was
I
it
just
Call of
can't
Duty?
remember.
It might well have been.
It might well have been a Call of Duty, yeah.
Was it the remaster?
No, I
It
don't.
might have.
Did
No.
the remaster? Did they get DLCs? Did it? Did it?
No, it was just a straight up game.
Aye,
was
it
it?
was.
No.
Aye, it was. That was full when it came out. Aye,
Like,
fair play to
hold
them
on,
for that.
I'll show you why. People always talk about the golden age of gaming, and gaming was better back
If
in the
there
day.
was
and
a
I'll-
golden age of gaming, it was fucking PlayStation 3 and Xbox era.
Yeah, but I'm also going to show you why, right?
Brilliant.
This is one of the main reasons why people think back in the day gaming was better.
I think fuck, he's got trousers on the night. Sometimes he stands up.
Yeah, exactly.
This game came with no DLCs, no updates, no patches, and it was fucking beautiful.
Plus, he's a Spider-Man fanboy.
I am a
Yeah,
Spider-Man
yeah.
fanboy. Goddamn right. But you get other games like, I don't know, Star Wars Battlefront 2, the new one, which like, cool, we're going to give you 2 maps. You want the new ones? That's $14.99, please.
I
You
like
want
the
to play as Darth Vader?
idea.
That's $14.99, please.
I like the idea of Battlefield in the Pacific. I like the Pacific theatre of the Second World War, and I like it. I like the fact they're taking it there. Or the wee Japanese islands. There'll be some
They were there
fucking
before,
cracking
weren't
maps.
they? With Battlefield 1944 way back.
Aye,
100
1943.
years ago.
Aye. That was
That was
brilliant, that
amazing.
game, though, wasn't
Yeah,
it? Mm.
so good, man. So good.
Aye, you could
They
just
released it,
imagine
they
the
released
maps.
it on the
though.
Xbox Arcade, like. Was it
Aye, you can still play it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Still play it. So good.
That's why the games bit into it. It's like a lot of people cut their teeth on like fucking
Yeah.
Battlefield in 1943. I know I
Yeah.
certainly did, man. It's like,
yeah.
what? You can fly planes and it's PvP? Like, what?
You can run people over with a jeep. Give me something like that.
Aye, and it's not just in GTA 3. You know what I mean? It's actually somebody's getting annoyed that I just ran them air. Yes. The beauty of gaming, isn't it?
The
The
start of the
grief of other
troll age.
people.
What about you, Xavier? Did you play any of the old FPS games?
No, not really. I've never been an FPS person. Played a lot of Civilization, The Sims, Roller Coaster
Civilization.
Tycoon games.
Well, we're trying like if Civilization 6
Yeah.
basically went right, okay, we're going to give you, instead of like, how many settlers were there in the first base game before Rise and Fall and everything that came out?
What do you mean?
Like 10, 12?
You
Yeah,
how
mean
many
something like
Civs?
How many leaders?
I think it was 14.
14, right. What if they went, okay, so we'll give you 5 of them,
Yeah,
and
I
if-
know. I
if
hate
you
the
want the
setup of those
other-
kinds of things.
where you need to pay us $14.99.
Yeah, I hate those kinds of things.
Aye, it's so annoying.
silly.
But what are you looking forward to from E3? Are you looking forward to anything?
I really don't have any good intel on E3 actually. I forgot that it was happening. So
I'm looking forward to seeing a wee bit more of Death Stranding, if they're going to show off Death Stranding a wee bit more. I don't know if they are. Looking forward to seeing it if they
You
are.
want to see Norman Reedus' wet, oil-up body.
Yeah, I want to see a wee bit more, because Kojima always says as soon as he starts releasing trailers for a game, the game has already begun. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And the game is figuring out the fucking puzzle that he's put before you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And like the game has already begun, so I really think there will be another Death Stranding trailer, and there'll be more pieces in the puzzle. And for the next week, I'll be like, "What's it all mean?"
Yeah,
I want to find out why there's a baby in a jar.
Well, I think it's already explained the baby in a jar, isn't it? I think
Well-
that was to do with spotting those ghost things.
Yes, that's
the
what I
children
think.
can see them.
The babies could like it's see how like if you meet somebody who says they're a medium, right? I don't believe in it, right? But if they say that children are more attuned to like that the other side, let's call it, right? And
Yep.
so the baby's in that thing, and it's like in an artificial womb, and the thing on his shoulder that flaps is just basically it's giving him a like augmented reality view of what the baby can
Aye.
see.
Yeah.
So that's what I think the babies are, but that's just what makes sense. It could be something completely different.
Yeah, aye, definitely.
Do you know what I
Just
mean?
translate all the
Kojima.
songs from the game, and it's baby in a jar. Baby in a jar saves your life. And it's baby in a jar.
I do like the main character's name though. The main character's called his name's Porter, and I really like it because he's what does a porter do? Like, if the porter in the hospital, he moves you from place to place. The
Yeah.
same way as like a main character does in a story. So I really think it's just a wee bit of poetry on Kojima's part, or on the maker, on the writer's parts. Might not be Kojima who done that part, but aye, I really like his name. It just shows you like it's got to be one of those deep games where everything you're seeing has fucking meaning. Absolutely everything. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and
If it's there for a reason.
Yaldi made a good point when I was talking to him about it as well. He says the most terrifying thing about it is, he says, anything that's usually dead, you kill it with fire, and then those zombies literally light themselves on fire and come at you, man. Like, oh, fuck.
I don't like the sound of that.
Aye.
Let's
It's
kill
called
them with
Death
water.
Stranding. So, like, I think it's sort of do with the fact that the dead are stranded in this realm, and in order to escape, they need to maybe get our technology or something. So they were having a war with the dead or some shit. I don't know. That's just the picture I've got it. But that's why I want to see more of Death Stranding, man. And Kelly says in chat, Death Stranding more. Welcome, Kelly. How you doing, Sam? Do you want to talk about anything else for E3, or ready to move on?
I don't know if it's E3, but Pokemon.
What about
Is there a new
Pokemon?
Pokemon coming out?
I don't know. Is there? I think there is. I think there is a new Pokemon.
Pretty
I
much
think
always
it's called,
is, but isn't there?
I think it's called Pokemon Gun. No, it's,
What?
no, it's called Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Okay.
the trailer dropped, and it looks like, if my little nerdy mind is correct, it looks like we're getting co-op play. And I don't mean like co-op play as in like, oh, you can link with your buddies and have battles. I mean, no, actual co-op play. It looks like you're going to get raids of a certain type. And the best part, we're getting giant Pokemon.
Giant Pokemon. What?
Yeah, in the trailer, you see them bring out a Pokeball, press the button, and instead of growing to its normal, like, like handful size, it grows to like the size of a fucking beach ball.
Right, we're going to watch this
Throw
trailer,
it,
right?
and it's like a giant Raichu comes out.
Quickly
The new
watch
one
trailer.
of the new legendaries is basically a dog with wings that's carrying a sword in its mouth.
Yeah, but his brother is one with a shield.
Yeah, the shield one is cool, but the sword
You can
one
still
is
hear
just
us, by the way.
silly.
It's alright.
The legendary could totally play Geralt. He's got a sword.
Geralt and everything. Geralt, please, give Geralt.
No,
Geralt
apparently
in
this is
Mortal
based
Kombat.
on the UK.
Okay.
Yeah, it's based in the apartment, so. There's one.
Oh, there's a Pikachu.
What is that wee thing?
Oh, it looks like you're not going to be able to battle wild Pokemon again. It looks like they've just decided, nah, the Pokemon Go thing wasn't the best.
I don't know most of these Pokemon.
That's a Lucario. There's a Munchlax.
A hoot.
In the mines.
Yeah.
Tyranitar or Tyranitar? I can't remember.
This is a cool part. It looks like you're actually getting a Pokemon League type thing, like in the
Aye,
anime.
he walks out into the stadium there at the end. Aye, I've seen that.
Yeah. But like it's the whole trailer like is really nice. Like it looks really good. Some of the new Pokemon look great. That's one of the new starters. Can't remember his name. Although
The wee
a lot of
rabbit
people are
thing?
angry. Yeah, a lot of people are angry because
Scorbunny?
it's a firefighting type,
A firefighting type.
like every other.
Scorbunny.
Yeah. They could do something more inventive.
Now
with
this
it.
one looks cool. It's a Pokemon that can go invisible.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I hope that Pokemon's the best. I might actually play with Sobble.
Viper's getting all giddy, man.
Or this, I'm actually not gonna lie, this is actually one of the first grass Pokemon I'm interested in at the start because he
But
looks
it's a
pretty cool.
monkey. Again, it's a fucking monkey.
But Grookey.
Yeah, it's a monkey.
But it does. I think it looks pretty good. That wasn't the one. I'm gonna try and find the one that had the.
To be honest, just looks like another Pokemon's game.
I know, but that's the best thing.
Yeah.
You
More
know
or
what I
less.
mean? Generic Pokemon's game. Nintendo hit cash cow with big stick, make money fall out.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true.
Aye. Right,
is
we'll
the-
move on then, and we'll talk about Bungie is now self-publishing Destiny 2 for the first time ever.
Oh, yes, please.
From now on, there's going to be some huge changes coming to Destiny 2. Now, I've got the trailer there for the new DLC if we want to watch that, but we'll talk
The
about
trailer's
that.
amazing.
The trailer looks really good. Where have I got
John
to?
Wick just showed up at E3.
Nice. You mean Keanu Reeves just showed up at E3?
I'm gonna quickly correct that.
Cool. We're going to fucking talk about Destiny anyway while you do that. So Destiny 2 is going free to play, moving to Steam and getting crossplay. Bungie
Wait,
is
free to play?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, free to play.
quite a lot of it's going free to play. Bungie is also fixing platform exclusive content, right? So Destiny's next major expansion is called Shadowkeep, confirmed during the cinematic trailer debut during today's Google Stadia stream. But Bungie's own follow-up stream has plenty more to say about Shadowkeep and the future of Destiny as a whole. Things are looking good after the breakup with Activision. They're looking fucking amazing after the breakup with Activision. Man. Shadowkeep is out this fall and will send players back to the moon to explore horror-flavoured alien citadel. Apparently a new zone will be twice as big as the Destiny 1 version, so we're getting a whole new moon expansion with new moon areas and stuff. That's quality.
Yes.
Exactly, man. Time to fanboy into it.
Yes.
The expansion also marks Destiny's move off Battle.net and onto Steam. Sayonara Activision, and will introduce a free-to-play model that sees Bungie charging for a standalone expansions but giving all year one content away for free. The move will also introduce cross saves for Xbox, Stadia and yes, PS4 players as well. So we'll kick back the now and we'll talk about that bit so far, right? So the bit that's going to basically be free to play, Viper, is you can play all the Crucible, which is PvP. You can do all the strikes. You can play Gambit. You can there's a raid that's free to play, the very first raid, and then you can choose to buy the DLCs if you want. But see by the point you've done the raid 2 or 3 times, you're gonna be getting the DLCs. Do you know what I mean? Destiny Live hooked you by that point. So
Definitely.
it's gone free to play. The cross saves is really cool. It's not platform play. You can't. PS4 players are not going to be able to play with PC players and Xbox players. It's not going to be cross-platform. But if you've got Destiny on an Xbox and a PC, or a PC and a PlayStation, and you've got some people that are wanting to do a raid on PC, and you're usually playing on PS4, you can put your Guardian onto your PC, no level up required. It's your Guardian from your PlayStation or your Xbox, and you just jump into that raid with your new friends. Because that's what they were talking about. They want to break down barriers and get people's friends who aren't playing Destiny and have been looking at Destiny like, they want those people to come and play. And it's really good that they can, because see, even people who have got the DLCs and stuff, they can be doing their level ups, and a free-to-play player can do the strikes and nightfalls and all that with them. So there's stuff you can actually do with the people who have got the DLCs as well. It's just the changes are fucking fantastic. What do you think about it, CodingNewb?
I think it's the best thing that Bungie has done in the past 10 years is split up Activision basically and can go their own way.
Yeah.
And as you say, it's only cross save for just now, but I think crossplay will happen. You're already starting to see it with Call of Duty, which is going to be cross-play in, is it September or something like that?
November.
It's this year. Mm-hmm.
So it's
somewhere
already
in that 3-month period of, we're not going to give you a break from how many games are going to come out. Fuck your wallet.
See, as soon as crossplay comes to Destiny, I think I'm going to exclusively play on PC, because console players ain't going to be able to, like, I can compete on a PC with my controller, right? Don't get me wrong, I'll be playing on PC with my scuff pad, right?
Yeah.
But like, I'd be able to turn the sensitivity up way high, so I'd be able to 180 and stuff just as quick as a mouse could. But that's not the problem, right? The problem is for console players is you're hot swapping. It takes 20 seconds to bring up your menu on a console, whereas on PC you can get a super. Do you know what I mean? Use an exotic to build your super, and then quickly change your exotic that makes your super better. You can't really do that on console.
No, it takes about 4 years for it to load up the screen.
Yeah. Remember
This is
Destiny on
annoying.
PlayStation 3? Remember fucking when it came out on PlayStation 4 and you were like, yes, the fucking menu times are well quicker. They're like half as... it's brilliant. Then PC came out and you're watching Cammy Cakes just flick through like an exotic every kill. You're like, what's he doing? Like, aye.
Yeah.
So
I
we'll
think
talk a
that's
wee
one
bit
thing.
more about the new changes coming, right? So there's the new light version, there's the free-to-play version, Viper, right? The free version includes all year one missions, activities and rewards. That will include strikes, 3-player co-op dungeons. So that'll be, what's the dungeon called? Fuck, I can't remember. But the dungeon's a 3-player raid. Player versus player, which is Crucible, and even the original Leviathan raids. Shadowkeep is a standalone expansion. You won't need previous expansions to access Shadowkeep. In other words, it's a Taken King or a Forsaken style expansion. It's going to be that size.
Wow.
Which
That's big.
reinforces Bungie's plan to sell future updates to standalone releases that players can pick and choose from. The expansion will reconnect players with Eris Morn, which suggests the Hive will be heavily involved. They love the moon. That is true, the Hive do love the moon.
They do love the moon.
The new raid will take
Did you hear
place in
about
the
the
Black
moon?
Garden. No,
Did you
go
hear
for
about
it,
the
Viper.
moon being part of Mars?
Oh, yeah.
Did you
Apparently that's
hear
the
about
thing. Yeah.
What do you mean part of
According to-
Mars?
We've been told, and by a very reputable source of Donald Trump, a very, very respected source, that the moon is actually part of Mars.
Oh,
Okay.
is it?
Yeah. I didn't know that. Did you guys
Xhaviera.
know that?
Since when?
Apart forever. The moon has always been
Oh.
it's always been a part of Mars. So technically, America were the first Martians.
America.
Fuck your Matt Damon.
Fucking hell,
Yeah,
man.
about that.
Is it because we live on a flat Earth? Is that we're not seeing it properly?
Yeah, exactly.
We're actually not. We don't live on a flat Earth. It's actually a slightly convex Earth. So the reason concave. Wait, no, yeah, convex.
Do you know?
Convex
Do you know? It's not a very well known fact, but this is a fact. That see, for the first 2 years of the Second World War, Germany couldn't hit Britain with its long range artillery, which it should have been able to do, because they thought the world was convex.
Convex rather than.
Aye, they thought the world was
No, it was convex.
facing inward.
Where?
Concave.
That's what they thought, and then they realised and changed their artillery and started hitting Britain, shelling Dover and stuff like that.
But hold on, if the world was concave and it was like a donut, if we were on the inside of a donut, if you looked up, you'd be able to see fucking Australia. Oh my god, that would make mail so much quicker. Imagine like yeeting something so far up in the sky, some cunt in America gets gone. The fuck was that? What the fuck's a Mars bar?
It's like we can't live on a flat Earth anyway. The cartoons have been digging to China for years, and if you can't dig to China, do you know what I mean? What is the? But it's not even worth living. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Hold on, 2 seconds. Hold on, I'll start digging to China.
Back to Destiny.
Wait,
back
I'll
to
show you
Destiny.
exactly how long it takes to dig to China.
The new raid will take place in the Black Garden, so we're returning to the Black Garden. We're finally going to get more of that fucking story mode. That was vanilla Destiny's story mode.
Oh, yeah.
If you played Destiny
Give me
1,
some
you
of
will
that.
know how important the very vexy location is. I can't wait to get back to the Black Garden. Armour 2.0 is going down, double down on stats. See the Armour 2.0, have you seen anything about Armour 2.0, CodingNewb?
No, this is the first time reading it.
This is, see when they first
Dr. China.
announced...
Oh my god,
he
why
took to
China
China and brought a Chinese person back.
Yay.
But see when they first brought them when Destiny 2 was launching and they brought mods to the game, I imagined what the mods were going to be like before they released them, right? And what I thought, I was getting super excited. I'm like, oh, what do you mean I can, like, there's mods for, like, see how, like, you've got your perks on your armour, like, you're better with a hand cannon, or you find this ammo. I'm like, you're going to be able to choose and put them on armours and take them off and put them on them. That's what they're bringing to the game. They're fucking putting that on, like, guns and stuff. You'll be able to buy mods for the gunsmith and then upgrade them yourself. And in the Vidoc, when you get to level 5 in the perks, they said that the perks are going to feel very much what an exotic feels like, and that's going to be on your legendary weapon. It's going to be so good. Like, so you're going to have a customizable class that you can completely customize your class and have your own unique build, and then your completely customizable weapons and customizable armor perks. Oh man, I'm totally fanboying over it, man.
It sounds good, man.
It really sounds like they are being very customer sensitive and consumer sensitive and really going for what their users want.
Well, that's what they said in the video document as well. They said there's going to be 2 people who are in control of Destiny now. It's going to be Bungie and the player. That's what they said. There's nobody else in the way now. They're self-publishing, so whatever because they even showed you in the Vidoc how they've got, and it was some people who stream Destiny. I recognised their face, and they've got them in their Bungie headquarters going, have a play at this. What do you want to see in it? Do you know what I mean? So Bungie, man, I've got nothing but good things to say. The last thing I've got to say on that is Shadowkeep will be $35 when it comes out. So maybe it won't be taken king-sized. Maybe they're going to break it up into smaller DLCs so as people can play what they want to play. On my Discord, CodingNewb is actually below Viper. But on the stream, it's me that's below Viper.
If that's the case,
he's not wrong.
I see Epic Doom is in the chat. Good evening, Epic Doom. How are you doing?
I'm going to send this to you guys. This was when I was talking about the giant Pokemon.
The giant Pokemon.
That is the trailer that has the giant Pokemons with the Pokemons and the swords and the shields and the woofs.
Where is giant Pokemon? Where can I skip to giant Pokemon?
Minute 30 for that.
Did you not
aye.
But see what I mean? It looks like it's a raid type thing with a giant Pokemon, but then if you like geese it a minute, she brings out a fucking massive Pokemon.
A giant Magikarp. You just Kamehame had them?
She just says that, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Fuck.
And then
A massive
Pokeball. It's like beach ball, yeet.
Fucking have some of
Oh
that.
my god.
Hey, all of a sudden this game looks a lot better.
She must have some fucking arms, maybe, because she threw that like so far.
Then she picks up another one, yeet it Gyarados.
Aye. What was like?
I love when the ball reaches the ground, it shakes. This is what I mean. It looks like this might be what the new gyms look like because I've noticed how this is all
Check
green
them
and
out
stuff
like
because-
gunslingers, except it's Pokeballs.
Even like you can bring out big Pokeballs and like the massive like.
It's ridiculously memey. I love it.
And then
Aye, that does look good. That does look good. Just for sending us that trailer, Viper.
so like it does all look pretty good. They're like, you know, Pokemon's gonna be good. Hopefully Bethesda's gonna be good. Speaking of Bethesda, actually, I think some of the things we're going to see, they might mention Elder Scrolls 6. I don't think we'll get any massive news yet. I don't expect that till like we're already in the next gen
how we're
console.
watching trailers, I'm
era.
just going to throw the Bungie fucking Destiny Shadowkeep trailer in there.
Don't expect us to
So good.
hear anything about. Do you think we'll hear stuff about Age 2? Probably already hear about the DLC for Age 2, but
Yeah, I think you'll see. If they did a release date for Elder Scrolls 6,
their voices.
no, they won't. I don't think they will until that. Is this live action? No.
Their endless
that a mix?
torment reshapes
No, it's
our
only.
mind.
There'll be cutscenes.
Nightmares
Look,
now
they're on Mars.
stalk the surface. Walking shadows.
Thank you, Viper.
It's looking a bit white in that.
Our old fears.
Oh,
may
look, the Space
rise
Force is there.
again.
Space Force. Eris
And
Morn is
in
such a
the
badass
dark
character.
night.
I love this Eris Morn. Aye, I love
Such a
it.
badass man.
She's
Apparently
the one that got his exotic swords, man.
Yes,
Has
he's a
awakened.
sword.
Give
But
exotic
apparently
swords.
She's the one that like kicks off all the Shadowkeeper. Like,
Aye,
fights.
they call them
She
nightmares.
fucked up, man. Yeah,
So I
she
think like
fucked up.
through her connection to the darkness,
One
she's
way.
manifesting them because she's so scared or something. Because you're actually working for Eris, you're not working against her.
Yeah, you're working for her. Yeah.
To be fair, if I was on the moon itself, if I was on Mars, I'd be pretty scared.
Retarded.
We were talking about it a couple of weeks ago as well. See, you're talking about the Moon and Mars. It's going to be like one where they work together. What would you call that? Like they've got to work together. It's got to be a collaboration between like SpaceX and all the different people, all the people today, the current International Space Station, and they're going to put up like a big rotating space station. It'll be like a coin, and it'll be three rotating rings, right? And they'll all rotate at the same speed, but there'll be one really close to the middle, and that will be zero gravity, so as people can come in and out the spaceship into zero gravity. And then the second ring they go to, or the first ring in, is going to be moon gravity. And then the next string up is going to be Mars gravity, and then the last string is going to be Earth gravity. So like people are going to be able to holiday on the Earth one, and then people going to the moon, because obviously they're planning this moon colony. People going to the moon will be able to climatise on the moon ring. And then anybody who's going to Mars will be able to go practice for Mars and Mars's gravity. So it's quite cool they're doing that. If you look up SpaceX and stuff
on
like
the
that,
moon, it's going to be a bit. On the moon, it'll be a bit freaky, because they say if you jump high and jump hard enough on the moon, that's it. Bye bye.
No, you couldn't reach exit velocity if you jumped on the moon. No, you'd have to have maybe on a pogo stick or something.
Can you just don't imagine like, you hear that in the paper, like a kid in a pogo stick, and 2 days later, boy lost in space after the pogo stick failure.
Go on.
Exit velocity for the moon. What's the exit velocity for the moon?
This is where it's like a sneeze.
2.4 kilometers per second.
Aye, see, you couldn't jump at 2.4 kilometers per second. You couldn't do that.
You couldn't on a pogo stick.
You couldn't on a pogo stick either. No.
But then you're checking the moon. You're forgetting it's not the moon. It's Mars.
Mars will be a higher speed because it's got a bigger gravity and an atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the moon is part of Mars.
Exit velocity for Mars is 18,000 kilometers per second.
Fucking hell.
So could they just jump off of Mars? Definitely not. Sorry, Moon Mars.
No.
Moon Mars.
Well, actually, I know it will take longer, right? But do you know how we just go straight up?
We don't just go straight up though.
Well, we go like slight curve.
Yes.
Would it not actually be more efficient if we just took off like a plane and just slowly climbed?
Have you never, mate? I watch a channel, right? It's called Isaac Arthur, Science and Futurism, right? And this guy, he's worked with Elon Musk, so do you know what I mean? He's no a tinfoil hat kind of cunt. Elon Musk and like SpaceX have sent him they've got prototype designs for which is called a skyhook. Now see, when I was fucking an apprentice, I was in the store looking for a skyhook and everybody was laughing at me because my tradesman had sent me there, right? So see when I seen this, I was heavy skeptical, but see, it actually works, right? Because see, the Earth spins in a certain direction. Mm-hmm. You can do your skyhook so as it comes down and it's spinning so as it's at the same. See the Earth spinning this way,
velocity,
right? And then you spin a skyhook this way, right? See how they meet and they're going the same way for a certain amount of time. That means that the skyhook will be going still a lot quicker than the Earth, right? But see if we can take a plane to about Mach 3, then you'll be going at the same speed as that hook. All you then have to do is hook on and the skyhook just needs some thrusters on it. Obviously, we've not got they talk about carbon nanotubes. They're already on their way to making carbon nanotubes. Once we get them, stuff like this is going to become space elevators, shit like that, launch loops. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's got to become crazy. I just hope we see it.
It'll be like in an anime, like, if you seen, or even like in, you know, when you're like, oh yeah, we're going to launch you into space, okay, you ready? And it just a big mechanized robot comes on and loads its fist and goes, space punch.
Optimus Prime comes up and he goes, I am Optimus Prime and you are going to the moon, and just
it wouldn't be Optimus Prime in today's climate. It will be all business. It'll be Amazon Prime, you know, it'll be something else.
Right. You're probably right. I am Optimus Prime, sponsored by Amazon Prime.
You've reached Prime exit velocity.
Every time he transforms, he gives you a little talk about the man at High Castle, you know. Or he'll go down and he'll start talking about Chernobyl.
talking about Chernobyl, that gives me quite a good segue there.
Of course it does.
I look up some weird places for news just to see what's going on right before the podcast, and I found this, that Chernobyl's tourism has went up about 30 to 40% after fucking Chernobyl, the HBO Chernobyl series.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
what are people doing, man? They do realise that elephant's foot is the most radioactive thing on this fucking planet, and you spend fucking a minute next to it and you'll be dead in a week.
Well, isn't it okay to be
Well-
like within like 100 meters of it because of the big concrete surface thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the
It's
thing. I was watching a...
It's completely covered with meters and meters of concrete. And while that concrete is crumbling, basically, they are working on a new covering for it, which
right.
takes a lot of time and even more money. But
But I was
It's
watching, I can't remember what channel it was. I'll find out and I'll put it in the Discord later. It was a channel on YouTube, and it was basically a guy with his GoPro and his camera on his head and stuff, and he's walking about the Chernobyl plant, like the actual fucking plant, right?
Actual client, yeah.
And he's got a tour guide, right? And the tour guide won't let him out his fucking site, right? And
The
the
Dark
reason is,
Tourist is good.
and
Sorry.
Yeah.
the guy goes to get into
Yeah.
the lift, right, and sees the doors close. They see the tour guide. He panics, and he's opening the doors, right. And the reason is he talks to him in Ukrainian or whatever, and the guy translates. They says the guy's terrified that they were trying to lose him, and we're just going to fuck off to the elephant's foot, because apparently, like some tour groups have done that. They'll lose their tour guide and they'll go straight towards that fucking elephant's foot. If you don't know what the elephant's foot is, that is when the Chernobyl reactor like decayed, it went right through the concrete slab and boom, right down to the basement. That's all the slag. The elephant's foot is the slag. It'll take it 500,000 years to not be radioactive, and cunts are trying to go down and take pictures next to it.
Was this like YouTuber's channel be a case of like he goes in, they find the elephants?
No,
foot,
this guy was quite cool. He was respectable. He was listening to the tour guide. He was doing what he was told and stuff like that. But it was because the tour guide was worried that he asked him, and the tour guide says some tour groups are looking to get rid of me and just go. They don't care. Do you know what I mean? They're just like, oh, I got a picture next to the most radioactive thing on the planet, and you're like, you're a fanny. Do you know what I mean? There's actually, did you know that there's another city in Russia? It's called City 2 or City 02 or something, I can't remember. And it's a fenced-in city.
Amazing signal reception.
Right? It's a fenced-in, they don't have any signals perception there, they're not allowed to.
Funnily enough, it's called O2.
Because they're not allowed to make friends. They're not allowed to make friends in the outside world in case they want to go meet them, because the people who live here are so highly radioactive that their life expectancy is 43 years old. And
whoa.
there was a major nuclear disaster. Like, it wasn't like Chernobyl. It was there was a plant out there, a nuclear plant, and before they knew how to, like, they were stealing the secrets off the West. They didn't know what they were doing, so they were using the stuff they had learnt off the West. They didn't care how to dispose of it. That wasn't the secrets they were using, but they kept filling this lake up. This lake is now completely covered in concrete and everything, right? And they kept filling this lake up, and it leaked into the water supply. And the people in the surrounding, like, fucking 100-kilometre area got so highly radioactive that they had to fence them all in, and they're just keeping this city here. Yes, the people are allowed to leave, but they need to come back really quick, because see, if me or you had to spend like 20 minutes in their presence, it would shorten our life by like 5 years.
If when they get really angry, do they get really big and green?
No, but you can see, like, there's no green on them, but you can see that, like, these people, they eat as much as we do. Did you know what I mean? Like, they've got everything we do, but
They've got eggs.
they're just wee skinny people, man. You're like, holy shit, man. There's not a fat person in sight. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. I need to find... That's another thing I'll put in
You're
Discord
talking about
later.
YouTubers, right? You know there's going to be one YouTuber who does get rid of him and goes to the elephant's foot and makes a vlog. And then 3 months later, it's just going to be a video of, I have something to tell you guys. And it'll be a case of, like, I have lymphoma or something.
Yeah.
Like, and you're like, I wonder why you stood next to the elephant.
How come you have that?
Guys, I have something to tell you. It's something that's been bothering me for the next 3 months. Lifts his shirt and there's a third arm just like...
Here's a wee bit here, right? In 2010, the exclusion zone was opened to tourists, and Ukrainian officials declared that any lingering radiation was negligible. Since then, Chernobyl tourism has grown in popularity. The HBO series may have sparked even greater interest in the blighted destination. Tour guide Victoria Broshko told Reuters. Radiation makes the zone particularly interesting, Ukrainian tour company Chernobyl Tour says on its website in a description of their company's one-day tour package. The company's tours now include visits to landmarks featured in the HBO series, such as the bunker where local officials initially decided to delay evacuation. During Chernobyl's tour days, trips to the site, visitors typically see monuments to victims, vacant and overgrown homes, an eerie abandoned amusement park, and a reactor that exploded, which is now entirely covered by a metal dome measuring 344 feet and 105 metres. So the website describes the exclusion zone as safe for visitors, though the company acknowledges that some places in the exclusion zone still have elevated radiation, which could pose a risk. So, like, what do you guys think, just to round this off, should people be allowed anywhere near fucking Chernobyl?
Well, I have a friend that was in Chernobyl last year, and some of the pictures and some of the videos he came away with was fucking amazing. Like, really, 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 really creepy, really, really scary. Like, but also at the same time, like
the red grass and stuff like that, because it's so highly radioactive. It's mental, man.
But like, it's also kind of like a bit of a look into what happened. Like, kind of like, because everything is there. It's just like people just left. Like, so people's stuff is still there. Like shoes and beds, and it's quite weird. Like
fully furnished home.
Yeah, definitely.
See, one of the things that I was watching the HBO series.
Toys lying around.
Yeah, and like in the HBO series, there's quite a the HBO series is great, right? If you've no watched it, watch it. But they're taking the fucking clothes off the firemen, and the women in the hospital are going down the stairs, and they end up highly radioactive because of it. And like at the end of the series, like it came up saying the fireman's gear is still there untouched because it's too highly radioactive. So you can imagine. My heart goes out to those nurses trying to help their boys. Do you know what I mean? Like the firemen come back and they're just trying to help. Get those clothes off them. Do you know what I mean? And they end up fucking suffering because of it, man. It's such a, me personally, I don't think anybody should be allowed to go near Chernobyl. I think if you're going to have tours of Chernobyl, it should be helicopter tours, and you're gone in 20 minutes. You get to, there's that, take your pictures, do you know what I mean? Let's fucking go. Because see, like I was saying earlier, if you put people on the ground, you're going to get people sneaking away. They're going to go to the highly radioactive places. And there's even a picture online of a guy fucking right next to the elephant's foot, and see the picture. You can see fucking three of them. It looks like, you know what an open shutter picture looks like? It looks like the lights dancing across the screen. That's what it looks like, man, because it's so fucking radioactive in that room. And there's a guy literally inches fucking from the elephant's foot. You're like, what are these people up to, man? But that's why I don't think they should be allowed anywhere near it. What do you think, Xhaviera?
I was just an interesting note. I grew up about an hour's drive from one of the major nuclear power plants in Sweden. And this power plant was basically, they were the ones that discovered that the Chernobyl accident had happened. Because the Russians didn't say anything.
Yes.
Anyone, ever. So it was basically this power plant that discovered that, we have 2 elevated levels, but nothing has happened here. What the fuck has happened?
Why are we getting these readings?
Yeah, why are we getting these elevated readings when nothing has happened here and nothing has happened in the other plants in Sweden? Oh, it must be the Russians.
Such a Western way of thinking of things.
No, but Sweden and Russia has had very good relations for a long time. But it was basically they looked at the weather reports and found that the winds are coming from the east, and this power plant is on the coast of Sweden. So there is basically only one place it could have come from.
So do you like communism as much now, Viper? Viper's a secret commie, by the way. What do you think, Viper? Should people be anybody be allowed anywhere near Chernobyl?
Now, the reason that I'm saying yes is because it's my own personal greedy gain. And it's more, the reason I'm saying it is
He's
because
cutting about Chernobyl. My name is SMviper and I'm in fucking Chernobyl.
There we fucking go.
But the reason that I like it is because I'm a big, I want to hopefully work for National Geographic one day. And one of the things that really excites, for lack of a better term, excites me about Chernobyl is the best source we have of an idea of what if humans one day just suddenly disappeared.
Yeah.
And
yes and no, because you can't really take the outcome. If humans suddenly disappeared, animals wouldn't be living with 4 eyes when they used to have 2. Do you know what I mean? They wouldn't be fucking mutating.
But
do you know what I mean?
If every single human today just suddenly if Thanos came over and went and we all just went away, Chernobyl is the best idea of what we think would happen. And it's interesting, especially me who wants to work for someone like National Geographic. I'd love to go in and document the wildlife living there currently. I want to see apparently the massive population of wolves it has, and how it changed. Like, I want to see how the ecosystems have adapted. Like you said, the red grass. I want to see how obviously there's the radiation, but also how they've adapted to it. I want to see how it's affecting the lifespan.
How the trees grow in waves and shit, and some trees have grown in circles and shit like that. Aye, you're right. But that's all majorly away for the plant. Do you know what I mean? That can all be really far for the plant where the radiation is negligible, like the website says. But I don't believe that inside that plant is negligible. I don't believe that for a second,
nobody
man.
should be let, in my opinion, no one should be let within 100 meters of the plant. Nobody should let within maybe even a mile of the plant.
Yeah.
From there, like you said, it should be completely choppers only. But
by all means, show people Pripyat. Aye, by all means, show people Pripyat and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? An abandoned city. By all means, that's proper cool. I get you. Aye, they used Pripyat in a TV series, Life After Humans. Have you ever seen that? They used Pripyat a lot in that because a lot of times passed since humans have been there. Do you know what I mean? It's almost 30 years now, and it's amazing how much like you're saying the jungle can, or the environment can reclaim something. So in that point, Chernobyl should be open, but there needs to be a plant exclusion. I think, man. I wouldn't go anywhere near the fucking plant, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it was if I'm right in saying this as well. With a lot of the stuff going on, like I said, the wolves in Chernobyl and Pripyat and stuff, the Scottish government have actually been looking into
repopulating with wolves.
We've been looking to repopulate with wolves because our deer population is running a fucking muck. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they've been looking at how it's worked in Chernobyl because their deer population was also running a fucking muck, and then this happened, and sure, a lot of them died because of radiation. But also wolves came back.
But then, tourists on the West Highland Way.
Natural selection.
Mm-hmm. I took my son on the West Highland Way last week, man, and we seen this old guy get ate by a pack of wolves. It was fucking brilliant. It was a great bonding experience. I've never seen him run so fast in my life. I was so proud.
just go to the boy. Isn't that right? How did you have a good time? I miss my granddad.
I like Scotland being fucking completely tame full of that shite. Do you know what I mean? We have snakes in Scotland that are native to Scotland. They're called the adder, but they're completely unpoisonous. Do you know what I mean? Their saliva will give you a wee bit of a sore head for a couple of days, but that's about it. Do you know what I mean? We've got a jellyfish and some hawks and maybe
we've got dolphins.
We've got dolphins, but then again, dolphins only going to eat you. Do you know
what
I mean? We don't have bears, we don't have wolves, we don't have anything scary, do you know what I mean? We've got a shark, it's the basking shark, it eats plankton, mint it, you could fucking pat the thing. Do you know what I mean? I like Scotland where it's tame wildlife, man. Just keep the wolves at bay. Beavers, introduce beavers, beavers would be cool.
Yeah. I don't know, I think in terms of to do with deer population and agriculture and stuff, I can understand why they'd want to introduce wolves.
I think you should just introduce Asian carp in every river system round about the world.
Asian carp
are the ones that jump out the water. when the
slap
fucking
you in the
when the
face.
boats go by and all that, and every cunt's getting hit with a fish. Because they invaded the American river systems a few years ago, didn't they? Or like maybe 20 years ago and stuff, man. There's all the videos of people just getting in a river, just bunking, smack
Rattled with a fish.
Make
Yeah,
fishing
like,
easy a bit, wouldn't it? You're just going down with like a big fucking tarpaulin, man. They hit the tarpaulin and they're just fucking catching them like that, yes.
But yeah, like
Chips tonight.
it is cool when you see, like, it's interesting to think about like everything going on with like Chernobyl and everything as well. But also every time I see that the big wheel,
Ferris wheel,
yeah, all I hear in my head is 50,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town. I'm sorry, if I ever visit Pripyat, I will have to lean down next to the and just pretend I'm placing claymores.
Oh shit! Epic Doom's right. We have orcas. Shit, we do have orcas. We have the fucking
orcas.
single most deadly predator on the face of the fucking earth. Have you ever seen
Humans.
Have you ever seen the times
midges,
they don't have like good footage of the actual event happening? But you see this. You see two orcas, and there's this great white shark, and somebody's videoing off the side of a cruise ship, and
That's
fucking.
what I think you're saying, yeah.
And the orca comes up, literally nibbles the shark's fin, right? Flips it on its back, and the shark's just in that tonic immobility state that they get into when you flip them on the back, and the fucking whales just ate it for fun.
Yeah.
You're like, that was a great white shark.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it was a big great white shark, and the fucking things
Orcas are
ate it.
basically the Scottish Neds of the water.
Okay.
They
Oh, look
fucking
at this
ate
guy,
it,
oh,
man.
look at him. He's all look, oh, I've got his fin on. Fucking
Like,
wow.
have you ever seen the channel
Yum
Tier
team.
Zoo? Tier Zoo on YouTube. If you've never seen Tier Zoo on YouTube, you need to watch Tier Zoo, man. There it's there if you're looking to find it. Tier Zoo. But the guy basically he makes it look as if planet Earth is a game server and it's broke up into different servers, and he's talking about he's talking about the meta for different servers, the metas for different eras, like the meta during the dinosaurs and all that. It's a fucking quality channel. It's a quality wee channel, but he covers orcas, and he talks about how orcas are so OP that they're using the game engine against other things. And it's so true. He gives a few examples, man, and he's like, look, here's an orca killing a seal, and the orca just throws the fucking seal like 40 feet into the air. It smashes into the sea, dead. Do you know what I mean? There's a seal on a bit of ice. The orcas obviously can't get out the water. So what do? They talk to each other, and they get 5 of them, and they all swim in a big massive line, and they create a big wave and flick their tails, and the water just goes whoosh, washes over the ice and washes it into the water. You're like, they're totally breaking the game. They're using the physics engine against things. They totally are, man. They're OP as fuck. But aye, Epic Doom's right.
Orcas need nerves.
That's the only
orcas
thing
need nerves.
Scotland has that's dangerous, man. Orcas. Oh.
I don't know. I'd say Buckfast is pretty dangerous as well if you have enough of it. Like, but
well.
That is
you know,
a
we were
fact.
speaking about Chernobyl and everything, and how the population's got because of the TV show. I heard this news story that Russia were making a
40%
TV
this article says that
Yeah.
tourism has increased.
But I heard the thing that Russia was making its own version of Chernobyl. But they
I
were
heard
changing
that as
the
well,
story
but they're
so that
changing
the
it to match-
Americans done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? This you know for a fact that
I
America's
seen that article and I decided I wasn't going to bring it up, but now it's here.
But like, the thing is, you know for a fact that America is going to use this propaganda, and it could be propaganda, but at the same time, it's a cool story. Like, it's a cool story of like, oh, but what if it was an American American bastard, you know? Just like, I'm gonna blow this place up. Shit, that went really bad. Like,
Like,
Totally fucked it.
like you can,
I was only supposed to blow the doors off.
like you can do that in civilization, right? You can send a spy to sabotage a nuclear power reactor, right? But it's such a dick move that you don't even do it in Civ. Do you know what I mean? Even in like the 1 or 2 multiplayer games I've played, I've never done it in Civ. So I can't imagine like somebody would do that in real life. What a dick move. Do you know what I mean? Like,
could you imagine someone pressing a big red button that launches a nuke? It's been done before.
it's been done before. You're right. You're fucking right. cunts.
It got done twice, you know. It was like, oh, drop one there, drop one there.
Me
Just to
personally,
make
I
sure,
think that's
drop one there.
the greatest war crime ever. No, the fact that they dropped the nuke, right? The fact that they dropped two, because it's a little known reason that the reason America built two nukes was because the military managed to get it through government. They says to the government, we're going to make two so as we can invite a Japanese delegation to the Nevada desert, point at this space and make it go boom and go, that's what we can do to one of your cities if you don't surrender. But they did not invite any Japanese delegation, and they fired the two bombs at Japan. That's a fucking war crime, man. And then the Americans went in there. General Douglas MacArthur, an American general, was fucking basically emperor of Japan for 10 years after it. That's how Japan is so Americanized nowadays. That's why it's so capital. It's a capitalism. But I love Japan. Like, I don't know how I feel about it.
Though.
I don't know how I feel about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I understand, like, they were wronged massively in the war, but can you imagine the Japanese were still cutting about being Bushido? Instead of making Pokemon and Super Mario? Do you know what I mean? Like,
the world would be a totally different place.
It would be totally
Well,
different if the Americans weren't bastards.
What's quite cool is that we went through this kind of period where like our generation are so obsessed with nostalgia that we actually are bringing things back, and there are quite a few groups of people in Japan and across the world restudying Bushido, and it comes a lot with people studying things like karate, taekwondo, jiu-jitsu. It's come a lot from.
But you're not going to get it. You're not going to get it back to the same degree. You're not going to have people.
We're not going to have fucking cutting about in samurai, you know.
Yeah,
like,
do you know what I mean? Like.
Do you know one time I got really drunk
back
and I
maybe
said,
as a sort of fucking discipline, like a martial arts discipline or something, aye.
Well, seppuku, that's a pretty harsh discipline.
No, I mean Buddhism. I mean people are only going to do seppuku. That's obviously going to get left out and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Aye. Anything else we want to talk about? I've got one more question I want to ask the group, and that's me. Unless you want to talk about it.
Ask question.
Cool. Are we looking forward to any gaming conventions this year?
No, I think they're all going to be shite.
The reason I ask is because we're IndiScots are going to Insomnia 65. That's in August 23rd to August 25th. We're going to be going as the Hype CW. I'm going to be getting my leotard and my cape. It's going to happen. We're going to be doing it.
Sexy.
We released another Hype CW trailer this week. It's on the IndiScots YouTube channel. It's Divman X's trailer this week. We'll be releasing another one next week. I think we're going to do Pigeon this week. There's the link to the YouTube. So check that out. Hype CW will be coming August 1st. But we're going to go to Insomnia. You thinking about going to any CodingNewb?
I think I usually go to is it Replay, but I've never. I think that's this weekend actually.
Oh, is
It's
it?
it's either this weekend.
Play Expo was this weekend.
I think it's Play Expo. Yeah, sorry.
Play Expo was this weekend.
I think that's when they do like a lot of the like retro games and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. I went there the first year, and it was quite smart. But I work all the time. I barely have time to sit in the house and play video games. You know what I mean?
We're also going to Resonate. I know me and Yaldi, time for certain, are going to Resonate.
I'll be going as well, definitely.
We done a charity stream for a charity called Special Effect. I don't know if you're familiar with them.
Yeah.
We done a charity stream for them. We raised 350 quid for them in February at their Game Blast event. We done it. Everybody, we done it as like a relay stream, couple of hours each. Raid the next person, just keep the charity. We had the one donation goal, the one link, and all that. It was really good. It worked really well. And they get in contact with me last week, and they says, "Would you like to volunteer to come and work at the Special Effect booth at Resonate in Glasgow this year?" So on July 20th, me and Yaldi will be working at the Special Effect booth at Resonate. Man, I'm looking. It's going to be great. We get on the Sunday we'll be there as well because we'll have our visitor badge. It means we don't need to buy tickets. So the tickets that I've got will probably do as a giveaway now. But I'm waiting for confirmation back for Special Effect. But I'm looking. It's going to be great getting to work for these guys because they do such a good job, man. And thank you for asking us if you're watching Special Effect, man. It's great. Glad we could help out. But, Xhaviera, is there any conventions in your home country?
There are a few. I'm not going to any. But I was looking at the website for Insomnia, and that looked awesome.
Is it Insomnia in Sweden? Yeah.
No, the
No?
one in the UK.
Oh, the one in the UK is fantastic.
Yeah,
I'm already. Look.
it looks so nice.
There's at
I've got my
least
tent. I'm
there's
already.
at least 6 of us going. Aye, Insomnia is great. If you've never heard anything about Insomnia, CodingNewb, it's a massive gaming convention. It's held in the NEC in Birmingham. It starts on the Friday and ends on the Monday, and you can be there for the full weekend. So you can book a hotel, but we recommend don't book a hotel. If you type in I-65, the bot will give you the link. I-65, there's the link to it there. But it costs you 40 quid to buy a camping plot for the full weekend, and it's no outdoors. It's in like a big massive gym hall inside the venue, and you get to camp in there and you take your blow up bed. Like, see when we were there the last time, I'm in my blow up bed in the tent, right? It's a wee single blow up bed, so I'm kind of falling off it. And, do you know what I mean? Try to get comfy in that, and then like. It was the Saturday, a bunch of new people come in on the Saturday, and right at the front of the hall there's this tent, and this guy's got a blow-up bed bigger than the base of his tent, and I went, fucking genius, man, I'm doing that next time. Damn right, man. So like, if you're going to get a blow-up bed, spend more on your blow-up bed than you do your tent, get a bigger blow-up tent in the bed than the base of your tent, and you're all fucking good. You're all good. But like, we went to Insomnia in April there, and it was Candonian in chat. He took us. We were working at his stall. Thank you very much, Candonian. There's a link to Candonian's Candle Corp Facebook and stuff like that there. Give him a follow. Candle Corp is a game developer. They were showing off their game Susa, which is a scrolly it's a side-scrolly game. It's really fun. It's one of the most addictive games you'll probably ever play. The soundtrack is amazing. And you guaranteed hear the soundtrack in the post stream when we're playing Jackbox. But yeah, Candonian, they're going to Insomnia again this year. Hopefully they're going to be represented at Resonate, but keep an eye on them as well. Candonian's a great guy, man, and he's made some good games, so there's the links for Candle Corp. But yeah, that's the podcast for tonight, guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you, CodingNewb, for joining us. Pleasure having you, dude.
Thanks very much for having me.
Xhaviera,
thank you. Pleasure having you too. And Viper.
Turtle cunt %.
It's tortoise cunt %.
Tortoise cunt %.
Tortoise cunt %. I'll cut up your turtle gran and feed it to Charles Darwin. That's what it was.
Charles Darwin was a vegan.
Well, he ate your turtle gran, right? Thank you for watching the IndiScots Scots We Soul podcast, guys, and we'll see you all in 5 minutes for Jackbox.
Sister podcast.
Don't forget to check out our sister podcast, which is the Unmonetisables podcast on the Folk Chronicles. Links are below if you're watching on YouTube, and I'll put the link in chat for the Folk Chronicles if you're watching on Twitch. We'll be back in 2 minutes for Jackbox, guys. Thank you for joining us, boys and girls, and we'll see you all next time. Build this network on Scots with soul. Build this
Touch my butthole.
Build this
Touch
network
my
on
butthole with
Scots with
a
soul.
plug hole.
Follow Candle Corp on Facebook and Twitter, you bunch of bastards, or I'll follow you home.